Hello, my lovely students. How are you? Today, we will complete Unit 5 for Mega Goal 3. Today, we will use Taq questions and polite ways to ask for information with can, could, and would, and also polite ways to make requests with can, could, and would. We will express obligation with must or mustn't or have to. At last, we also express necessity and lack of necessity. Let's start with the Taq question. Why we use Taq question? We use Taq question to check information, to make sure of some information. We can an auxiliary verb and a subject personal pronoun. What's the meaning of auxiliary verb? Do you remember? Can you give me some example of auxiliary verb? Excellent. Like verb to be, verb to have, modal verbs like can, could, shall, should, and excellent, and verb to do. And verb to do. Very good, my dear students. Please write these notes. Auxiliary verb is verb to have or verb to be or in the present or in the past or modal verbs or verb to do. Okay. Pay attention. With an affirmative sentence, use negative tag. With a negative sentence, use an affirmative tag. Let's discuss the first example. You will go to the bank, won't you? This is a tag question. Tag question, okay? It comes after a sentence to make sure or to check information. Here, we should at first determine where is the auxiliary verb. Excellent. You will. Where is the subject? You. So, this sentence is affirmative, so we will use negative form for the tag question. We will add not, then we will make cross, and so we will form the tag question. It's a very simple way. Won't you? Won't is a short for will not. Number 2, you won't work this Saturday. Yes, where is the auxiliary verb? Excellent. Won't. It's negative sentence, so we will use positive tag question. Excellent, my dear students. So you should omit not, and then you will make cross. Will you? There is a cash machine on Main Street, isn't there? Where is the auxiliary verb here? Is there, isn't there. Positive, negative. They are not going to go for another job. Are they? Excellent. Because this is negative, we should omit not and use the question, are they? They invested in the property market. Where is the auxiliary verb here? Excellent. There is no auxiliary verb. So what about the main verb? Invested. It's in the past form. In the past form of invest. So we use do, does, or did. Excellent. Did. And here the sentence is positive, so that question will be in negative. Didn't they? Didn't they? Do you understand now? He didn't get the job. Did he? Here, negative. So we will make tag question in positive form. Did he? It was the night shift you wanted, wasn't it? Okay, it was. Will change into wasn't it. You are working today. Where is the auxiliary verb? Excellent. Are. So we will say aren't you. Any question about this point? Okay, what about polite ways to ask for information with can, could, and would? For example, excuse me, can you tell me where is the bank? Could you tell me where is the bank? Excellent. Here we use can or could. What about the form of the verb excellent? It must be in past form. In past form. Would you be able to tell me where is the bank? Would you plus past form. Excellent. Would you mind telling me where the bank is? Pay attention. Would you mind is followed by gerund or verb plus ing. Let's write these notes. After can, could, or would, we use past form. We use past form. But pay attention. After would you mind, we will use verb plus ing. Okay. Now we will discuss polite ways to make requests with can, could, and would. Okay. Can you give me your credit card details, please? Certainly. This is for positive reply. What about for negative reply? You can say, sorry, I can't. Excellent. Could you help me? Of course. Would you open the window, please? Sure. Okay, pay attention to the past form. Give, help, open, past form, verb without any addition. Okay, now can you answer the following exercise, please? Exercise number A. Read the conversation between the bank teller and customer. Use could, would, and question tag to complete the conversation. A. Excuse me, I'd like to withdraw 500 euro from my account in 50 euro notes. Of course, madam. I have a form of identity, please. Here, is it a tag question? Of course not. It's a polite request, so we can use can or could. Sure, here you are. Thank you. So you want the total amount in 50 euro notes. Here it's a tag question. So we must determine where is the verb extant want. The main verb here is want. So we will use do, does, or did extant do. And the sentence is positive. What about the question should be in negative? So the answer will be, don't you? Don't you? Yes, that's right. Is there anything else I can do for you today, madam? Yes, please. I'd also like to change some American dollars into Saudi riyal. You charge commission. Where is the main verb here? Excellent. Charge. Charge. So we will use do, does, or did. Excellent. Do. The answer will be, don't you? Yes, madam, we do. Our rates are displayed on the board. I see, thanks. You mind here, okay? So we will use can or would. Excellent, would you mind? Would you mind plus verb plus ing. Would you mind telling me how many reals I will get for $1,000? Of course, at today's exchange rate, you will get, okay. Now we will express obligation. We can use must or mustn't or have to. We use must, mustn't, and have to express obligation in the present and the future. For example, you must stop at the stop sign. Must stop. It's obligation. It's a must, okay? Must is followed by is for. or you mustn't or must not arrive late to work. You have to slow down at this junction. You have to be at the office at 9 a.m. Have to plus infinitive. Must plus base form. Keep in mind that mustn't means you are not allowed to do something. There is no past tense of mustn't. The past tense of must and have to is had to. We use had to in the past tense, okay? Now, express necessity and lack of necessity. We use have to, need to for necessity, and needn't or don't have to or don't need to for lack of necessity. Okay, you can use have to, need to express necessity in the present or past or in the future. Use the negative form to express lack of necessity. For example, what do you have to do today? What do you have to do? Or what do you need to do? I have to finish a report for work, but I don't need hand it until tomorrow morning. Don't need to plus base form. What did you have to or need to perform in your last job? Okay, it's the past tense, so we use did plus have to or need to. I needn't or I had to. Okay, the question in the past, so the answer must be also in the past tense. Needn't or had to answer the phone and deal with customer complaints. What will you need to do before we leave for the conference in Abu Dhabi? Here in the future tense, we use will, need to. We will have or we will need to book an airport taxi. We won't have to or need to find a hotel. I have done that already. Now, let's answer the following exercise. Exercise number C. Discuss what you have to and must do in the situation shown on the international traffic sign. What about this sign? Excellent. You mustn't park here. Number 2, you mustn't overtake on this route. Number 3, you mustn't drive faster than 70. And the last one, you mustn't drive down this road. Do you understand, my dear students? Okay, thank you and goodbye.